today, what I'm going to be speaking about is how we kind of turn the equation on loyalty. There's a lot of loyalty programs. There's a lot of retention, like kind of apps and plugins. And like a lot of things in marketing and branding, there's been a democratization of tools, but that doesn't always mean we hit the mark with how we connect with our customers. So I'll be talking a little bit about that today. Yes. So who am I? My name's Andy. I like taking moody photos. If there was beaches in Columbus, I'd walk along them, but they're not. So I have a background in content strategy and user experience, working with Big Auto in Detroit, over-researching how to do simple things on landing pages to sell cars. Coming down here, started working a lot with Serif Creative. We're a content studio that tries to tell stories through visual narratives. A lot of times that's through film and photos. It's also in design and creating web assets for amazing Shopify stores. The core of what we do is just trying to create a connection with the people that our products impact. So don't make loyalty an afterthought. What is loyalty? We work really hard to get our products and services in front of people. We spend a lot of money getting ads in front of those people. Once they make a purchase, what happens next? You know, we're busy entrepreneurs, we're doing lots of things, we're juggling lots of things. Oftentimes we just, they'll come back, right? It was a good product, they'll come back. What I'm here to talk about today is how we change the equation on loyalty a bit, because I think the availability of plugins and tools sometimes can break trust with our customers that we want to keep happy. So, tactical examples. I mean, if you do a Google search for loyalty, you'll probably find things like this. Let's do a point system. There's apps for that. How about a paid VIP tiering? Buy more products, get more products, or let's have like influencers that then kind of set up a little mini pyramid within their network to sell more of our products. Charity programs, different tiering, different partners. So today, definitely recommend Google searching these things. There's a lot of good information here, but I'm not really going to talk about this today. So I'm going to talk about content strategy and how if you enable some of these tools and some of these apps on your site, what is the text or copy you put in there? What are the photos you put in there? How do you actually build a connection and a relationship with someone that's buying your product? So again, sorry, it's a little philosophical, but there's so many really good Shopify developers and implementers out there that if you can really hone in your brand story and your content, they're going to connect you to a really easy way to make it happen in the marketplace. All right, I'm just going to set this down. So a lot of these tools, we're just trying, we're selling, we're pushing. We gotta hit those monthly goals. But sometimes in the hustle of that, we lose the care for our customers and why we originally invented products to connect with them or sell products to connect with them. So today, how do we reverse the equation of loyalty from just pushing promotions or pushing emails to people, hoping they return visit, to actually letting them engage in our brand story? I think a lot of that starts with trust, how we trust or care for someone. A lot of times that's in the messaging, the sentences, the photos that we use. And that goes right back to the content that we create. So in a loyalty application, whether it's a drop out of cart messaging, whether it's a nice return messaging, whether it's an automated email, like putting a little bit of attention to detail to the needs and understanding of our customers, why they're sharing in our brand story, can go a long way in letting them join your story for your success because you care about their success. A big part of this equation, especially on the marketing spectrum and retargeting, is we don't always control where they enter our store or where they enter our journey. So if you sell, it's a good example. What does someone sell in here? Do I have a volunteer? Candles. Awesome. What do candles help us do? They create a warming environment. They make your home more homey. They connect people because when someone enters your home and you have a nice candle lit, it makes them invited. It gives you social clout. Okay, they're 5% off this week. I need more customers. 5% off, 10% off, 20% off, sell more candles, sell more candles. No, you've bought from me before. I know that candle, if you light it every week, it's probably gone by now. So in 3 weeks, let's send you a nice email or connect. Hey, you haven't made an order in a while. Like, maybe you should host a night out with the ladies, book club. Try our new lavender elmwood candle. Loyalty doesn't always have to be a transaction. Sometimes it can just be a story. And those, again, just kind of using email as an example, those email stories, it doesn't have to go against your margin, doesn't have to be a lead loss. It can just be, I know you've purchased from me before, therefore we have a shared connection. What made you start a candle company? You really enjoyed making candles for yourself, and you thought you should share it with other people. How beautiful is that? Sharing an experience with another person. Using technology to make that easier through a loyalty program doesn't mean that we just have to kind of publish stuff out. Going back to your core reason for starting something is a great opportunity to springboard a loyalty program. All right, I'm getting way behind on my slides. I better speed up. So content as a mechanism for loyalty. Sharing what you love and what you're good at, finding the appropriate technical tools to make that easier. The last thing, marketers, branders want to do is being bogged down in how you implement something. That's the beautiful thing with Shopify. There's very smart people in the platform that do that and do that really well. I think a lot of times when you go down the path to try to implement something, we get too caught up in all the details of how we do it that we forget the core passion that will actually connect with a customer. I like to call this concentric content strategy. So how do we control where someone enters a journey? We can't. But we can give attention to detail over our product stories and over our brand story to continuously re-engage with the people that we've made champions of our brand. Obviously, there's always going to be a need for a sale or a promo, and that's super important. But between those seasons and those promotions, there's still really good opportunities to connect with someone via quality content and being vulnerable with them, letting them be a part of your story and journey. All right, this is going to get a little weird. So this is I have this beautiful candle example now. I'm regretting this example. Product association and brand association, super jargony, blah, blah, blah. But basically, people enter the journey in different realms and different experiences. So once you win a customer, letting them tell you what their needs and wants are oftentimes will align with why you started your business. Especially nowadays with, big box online e-com store, Amazon, we have the ability as boutique shops to have way deeper emotional connections over your brand story and very powerful product associations with why they would use your product. Book club with the ladies, let's have nice candles. I have a really lame frozen pizza example where, we're always pushing race to the bottom, cheapest, fastest, most convenient frozen pizza. How do we elevate that? Using the product as storage. The product story as storage. Actually, I might just change this to candles right now. Why not? The ingredients that go into a very nice scented candle could unlock many benefits for someone. Help you relax, stressful day. Did you know that What's a really good candle ingredient? You didn't volunteer for this, but sorry. Yeah. Should we just use lavender again? All right. So lavender. How do you elevate a product story, especially within a loyalty program? Did you know that we discovered this ingredient that does X, Y, or Z thing, and we really love it? We keep this particular candle in our bathroom, so when we get the Epsom salts going and this other stuff going, we can just completely unwind from our day. Hey, do you have a story about a stressful day that really sucked? You're the first 3 people that share that story. We'll give you 20% off candles. So now you're engaging with influencers, using your product as a vehicle or as storage to tell a different layer of the story. Consumer insights. Did you know if you light candle A with lavender and candle B oak wood together, it creates blah, 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 and that's a really fun experience, and that's cool for X, Y, or Z reasons. Now you're getting into product reviews. Did you know that I paired these 2 things together? And so again, challenging people to try new things within your product ecosystem is another layer of content via email, via Instagram, via Facebook, which now brings people into your brand story. It's not always about you pushing out to them. Consumer behavior. Did you know that most people that light candles, they do it in the kitchen after cooking a meal? Why do we cook meals? To bring people together, to provide an experience. Again, social, elevating a social clout. I use that word a lot. But again, a lot of our human behavior is based around building community. And in the digital age, we have all these amazing tools to connect us, but is there really a connection? So I really challenge brand owners, especially e-commerce owners, to just think of more very simple, unique connections that you can make that people are actually going to be very, very interested in. And it's really hard to see those opportunities when, we got to pay the bills, cover overhead for the products, ship the product. There's so many details, and I understand that. But creating those connections, those loyalty stories, inviting people into that journey can be really fun and can go right back to the passion of why you started the company you started. Because again, as you move to get new, more unique customers, let's not forget about the existing customers that are there and more than willing to purchase again. So I encourage everybody, I'll just go to discussion. I encourage everybody to dive into customer retention, dive into loyalty, do some Google searches. There's tons of tools. I could have probably put 200 tools up here today, but again, it's not about installing 5 or 6 plugins on your Shopify store. I really challenge you to understand or to explore your core passion, finding customers that have that same core passion. And as you win them, keep them by just inviting them in and being vulnerable with them. It's a very great way to grow and evolve your brand. So yeah, any tough product stories I should try to tell on the spot or tough questions? I think we have probably 2 more minutes and then the next speaker can come up. If there's no questions, don't worry. I mean, there is beer back there I could reward you but it's free anyway, so. Oh, questions, breaking the rules. All right, well, thank you so much for your time. I'm really excited to hear any of your questions. And yeah, thanks.